All right, so they're saying one of the leaders of the Black Lives Matter movement just got sentenced to prison for wire fraud, right? Wire fraud and money laundering. Um, I wanted to quickly let y'all know why I have a problem with this. Obviously, wire fraud is terrible. You should go to prison for it. We've talked about this a few times on this channel. Um, especially when you're doing what he is accused or he is convicted of doing, which is stealing from donations for other causes, especially those that were supposed to go into the black community. Um, that's the obvious issue. The issue that I have underneath that is that it's situations like this that make other black ran organizations look bad. And, Black Lives Matter, started off doing really well. And all of the scandals, everything, all the scandals tied to their name has just uh, made it so much worse for them, right? Most people that I know cannot trust the leadership of the Black Lives Matter movement, right? And that's fair. Um, but I saw this article on social media, and I saw the comments and all the negative comments about not just the Black Lives Matter organization, but um, all black run community type organizations, similar to what we do here at Black Primacy. Um, and people just saying this is why they don't support anything black. This is why they don't support black owned businesses, and making those types of comments in the comment section. And what's frustrating to me, what really bothers me about those types of statements, and this is really not just because it affects me directly and Black Primacy directly, but you have all of these other large organizations that have huge scandals and huge things going on, and y'all don't keep that same energy for those other companies, right? Boeing had two planes fall out of the sky and kill a whole bunch of people, and I guarantee you, those of you that got issues with black-owned businesses because of scandals like this still fly Boeing. You don't say, "Oh, I'm never flying another Boeing." You don't say that, and you don't act on that. Facebook had the scandal. They selling uh your data and things like that. You still use Facebook and Instagram, which is owned by Facebook, right? Uber had scandals of not paying their or high basically skimming money off the top of their drivers. Y'all still ride Uber. Wells Fargo, y'all still use Wells Fargo, right? They was inflating numbers and making fake accounts and stealing money. Ain't nobody cancel their Wells Fargo account, right? A lot of y'all out there are Apple users. I'm Samsung. I'm Android. Absolutely. Y'all remember when Apple, they called it what, Battery Gate or something like that? When Apple was downgrading the phone's, you know, processor so that y'all could uh so that the battery would die faster and run slower, and so that y'all can upgrade y'all phones sooner than rather than later. Didn't stop y'all from getting iPhones and Apple products. So all I'm saying is please keep that same energy, right? One bad egg does not affect the rest, right? You go to a black owned business to support, they don't you don't get the experience that you want, don't go back to that one. Go to try another one. How many times have you went to a McDonald's uh, or or another fast food place? I specifically said McDonald's. A lot of people have bad experience with McDonald's, right? And y'all still go back, right? Or you go to another one, right? And last one, and then I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share this video. It's long, but this video was really not about what I'm about to show y'all, even though I titled it as such. It's really just I wanted to have an open conversation, right? But the biggest one that just drives me insane is Fashion Nova. I can't believe y'all still support Fashion Nova. They got they whole business model is just scammy and just a terrible business model. From a customer service perspective, from a business perspective, it's genius because they winning, and y'all still support Fashion Nova. But you have one bad experience with, or a few bad experiences. Let's just say you've had a few bad experiences with some black-owned businesses that you tried to support, and you just cancel them all. Black-owned art organizations that you tried to support, like Black Lives Matter, and you just cancel them all. I swear, sometimes I feel like people in our community look for reasons not to support our own, and I get it. It's been conditioned, right? It's part of the conditioning, but we got to change that. All right. So, with that said, where we at? 7 minutes into the video, 7+ minutes into the video. Hope y'all still here. If not, it's all good. Y'all heard what I really wanted y'all to hear. This video, they talking about the sentencing of Sir Major. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Sir Major Page, who was sentenced to prison for 3.5 years, I think, for wire fraud and money laundering. Again, he's one of the leaders of the Black Lives Matter organization. Another scandal. All right, so y'all let me know what y'all think. It is Ricky Rich with Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.
Who was once the face of a Toledo civil justice movement will now spend the next 3.5 years behind bars.
Sir Major Page was convicted of stealing funds donated to help a Black Lives Matter cause. He learns his sentence today. 13 Action News reporter Alexandria Manthe stands by live to break it all down.
That's right. U.S. District Judge Jeffrey Helmick today ordered Page to serve 42 months in prison. 35-year-old Sir Major Page was found guilty of wire fraud and 3 counts of money laundering following a 6-day trial back in April. You may remember him from leading a number of local social justice demonstrations in Toledo during 2020, including this one. Marching down South Reynolds Road and ending at then Toledo Police Chief George Krawl's house. Those guilty verdicts came from Page's involvement in running a group called Black Lives Matter of Greater Atlanta. He created that Facebook page back in 2016. U.S. attorneys say Page took donation money to purchase luxury clothing, meals, drinks at bars and nightclubs, a house, firearms, and a prostitute, all for himself.
Ooh,
prosecutors saying donors were tricked.
A prostitute. What?
Prosecutors saying donors were all for himself, firearms, and a prostitute.
Come on, man.
All for himself. Prosecutors saying donors were tricked, believing they donated to a legitimate Black Lives Matter foundation, not knowing the money would be redirected to a subsidiary in Toledo. Page's attorney says he was not ordered to go to prison right away and will turn himself into marshals within the next few weeks. Back to you.
Terrible. Right. And I'm gonna keep this short because I gave my whole spiel at the beginning of the video. I might have to start doing that to keep y'all engaged. But um, yeah, that was terrible. That was terrible. You know, but it happens, right? It happens. Like I said, it happens in every organization. Y'all can choose to continue to support Black Lives Matter, or you can choose not to. The only thing I ask is uh, don't shy away from other well-run uh, organizations within the community trying to help support the community. They are not all scams, right? I don't even think, in my opinion, I don't even think Black Lives Matters is in itself is is anything bad or scam. You know, I don't think it's a scam or anything. I just think that they have too many people involved that aren't involved for the right reasons at the top. Right. If your number one goal when creating something or starting or joining something is for monetary value, then that's going to be a problem. Right. Your number one goal should be to support the mission of the company. Right. Whatever that is, that should be your number one goal. Like, how do I make this happen for the individuals that it's intended for? Right. Obviously, you need to figure out how to, you know, get a bag from it. You know, not just so you can go blow it on prostitutes, but you know, because time is valuable. You have to eat and survive yourself, right? But the stuff that he was buying is clearly that had nothing to do with his basic life. So I'll leave y'all with this. Black Primacy would never. All right. Number one goal here is definitely to change the community for the better through entrepreneurship. Right. So y'all support, and I appreciate all y'all that support. When y'all support, it goes back into y'all. Do y'all realize that Black Primacy is I do a lot more outside of Black Primacy. Right. So the support that I get easily goes back into the business for marketing, for development. You know, there's a lot of back end things that needs to happen. And so for every time you all support, it eliminates the financial burden of trying to take care of the business. Outside of that, I'm good. As long as the business can as long as the business is self-sufficient financially, I'm good. Right? From a basic standpoint. I'm not greedy. I got other things that'll pay my bills. Right? So again, I appreciate y'all supporting, but I would never allow that to happen within this brand and within this organization. All right. Enough is enough. Y'all let me know what y'all think. All right. It's Ricky Rich with Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.